we continue our week at the epic Bay of Fires on Tasmania's northeast coast. It's not hard to see why this place is so popular with the locals and the tourists.
We had nabbed ourselves a great camp spot on the busy stretch called Swimcart Beach. Can you believe that you can camp along here for free?
Woo! Happy Easter team! We're having some bacon and eggs for brekkie. Rusty's got 2 biscuits out here. Hey Russ? We got a nice beautiful day once that sun comes up, and we'll have some eggs later with the kiddies. Hey Rust! Woo! So yeah, hope you guys had a happy Easter. You!
The sun did come out and it turned out to be a beautiful day. We spent the entire day on the beach watching the boys catch some more fresh salmon.
This was a big one. During the day we saw the resident stingray swim past a few times. I think on his last lap he gobbled up my bait. He put up one hell of a fight, but I was determined to bring him in so I could get the hooks out.
With some great teamwork thanks to Michael, we managed to get him in, and by then the hooks had fallen out of its mouth. So Kurt got a quick photo before releasing him back into the ocean.
So after a few hours of fishing, I managed to catch 3 salmon for the day.
It was then time to prepare our epic beach fire pit. Along with Kurt's sister and her family, there was another family we had spent a good few days getting to know, the Roving Russos. Everyone pitched in making the fire pit, a good way to finish off Easter Sunday.
The girls even gave the seagulls an Easter feast, throwing them some of the salmon scraps.
Easter feast that you had.
A great night had by all. You can even see the full moon rising in the background.
The next day we decided to go for another drive to the nearby Blue Tier area. It's a popular spot for mountain bikers, but we had heard that there was a good little 4-wheel drive track in there as well.
It all seemed pretty straightforward with a few washouts and mud puddles along the track.
Until we got to this section, it was a bit too gnarly for us. You can't really tell by the GoPro footage. The Navarro could have done it, but we weren't in the mood to break anything, so we turned around and headed back.
We unlocked the hubs and continued on with our day's adventure.
After a good hour's drive, we had made it to Eddystone Point, an old lighthouse and Aboriginal land north of Bay of Fires. We checked out the sights before returning to the camp for an early night.
We had planned an early start to head down to the Wineglass Bay area, but that didn't go to plan, unfortunately.
Hey guys, so got a little bit of drama going on with the car. We got up early this morning to go back down to Freyicent National Park to climb Mount Amos and have a look around, because when we went there last week it was just bucketing down rain and it wasn't really nice. So we got up early, took off, and the car decided that third gear, it wouldn't come out of third gear, so it would go into third gear, but it wouldn't come out of third gear until you were completely stopped, which wasn't good. So we did have to do a few errands in town anyway, get some water and go to the dump point, so we did that. And we picked up some, what is it called?
Additives, gearbox additive.
So what does that do?
They're like, I don't know. It's meant to make it all smooth and better for towing and stuff like that. I should have had it in the at the start, but I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, so it's like a lube. So it's still, so we put the lube in to see if it's going to free it up or if it's actually a gearbox issue, and we're going to have to potentially source a new gearbox for the Navara. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes, but if this doesn't work, our plan is hopefully just get the car back to the mainland, because we go back to Melbourne in a week, so we've got our ticket across, so the car's still drivable, we just can't use third gear, so first, second, skip to fourth, which it's not ideal, but it's still drivable, so it's not all bad. So yeah, we'll keep you guys posted, but yeah, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Alright.
So off to a late start, we still made it down to Wineglass Bay, all ready to tackle Mount Amos.
It took us just over an hour to reach the summit. The views from the top did not disappoint. That is Wineglass Bay in the background.
After 20 minutes taking in the glorious sights, we began the trek back down. It was quite a physical climb with lots of manoeuvring and rock climbing involved.
We didn't take much footage on the climb up as we were concentrating, but as you can see, what goes up must come down.
You simply follow the yellow arrows as guides and utilise the cracks and crevices in the rocks for traction and grip. We could definitely see how dangerous this climb would be in the wet.
Kurt had a breather in this rocking chair before making it back to the start. Poor Kurt also ripped his pants on the climb. We even spotted this fella in the car park on our departure.
The following day we headed to the nearby Perrin sand dunes for a drive. We were still unsure on the gearbox issue and wanted to try a few things.
The drive is in fact dog friendly, which is great. Kurt let down the tyres and off we went.
Now getting closer to the entrance onto the beach, we spotted this guy. Unfortunately, we had nowhere to go, and he looked as though he was heading straight for us. Luckily, he did change direction at the last minute. Geez, that was close.
We had a nice leisurely drive up and down the beach, playing around with the gears before heading back to camp.
was the last afternoon here in Paradise, aka Swimcart Beach. We watched the sunset a final time before enjoying a small campfire right outside our camp.
The next day, with lots of hesitation and sad faces on, we hitched up and left Swimcart Beach after a week of bliss.
We will be returning to this paradise spot one day, that's for sure. Join us next time as we actually get a new gearbox in Launceston and put it straight to the test.
If you haven't already subscribed, hit that button and push that bell icon so you can be notified every time a new episode is up. Cheers, legends!